Bow wow.
Welcome to DogStar.
Each week we sit down with a star of hip-hop and R&B, and this week we are sitting down with E.B. Marie.
How you doing?
Hey guys, what's up?
What is up? We're so happy to finally get a chance to sit down with you.
I know. I'm so happy too.
Yeah,
It's been a long time coming.
Exactly, and you haven't slowed down the pace much at all.
Try to
since
keep up.
I've ran into you. Yeah, we were digging around, obviously, doing our research before the show. We noticed there's not much on your Instagram, at least, about you before 2020. So we want to get the backstory, the whole scoop.
Let's
and
rewind.
Yeah, figure out like when you were first dreaming about the entertainment industry. How early did that start for you, really?
Well, let's take it all the way back to baby EB.
Baby Evie, were you
Yeah.
born in Minnesota?
I was born here in Minnesota. I was
Okay.
actually born on the east side of St. Paul, so I'm a St. Paulian.
Hey, well, we're happy to have you. And then who was in charge of the music when you were growing up?
So to be honest, I don't know exactly which one of my aunts and uncles was my biggest influence, but I know my very first words were, whoop, there it is. That was my very first words. It was just the funniest thing to them, and it was the craziest thing. I know my uncle played guitar, and I know my great-grandma, she played a lot of gospel music, so I sang a lot. Like my whole little childhood, probably by the time I was 7, I started writing little songs that probably didn't make any sense, but I thought they were songs, and I'm just singing my little heart out.
Were you singing in church at all?
I did sing in church for a little bit. I did sing in church at St. James AME Church over, it is on Dale.
St. Paul.
It's right kind of close to Dale University. Dale and 94.
Okay,
right in between there. So that Episcopal church, our mayor actually was my choir person, teacher.
No way.
Yeah. Melvin
awesome.
Carter was actually the person that was, okay, EB, let's do it. Okay, I'm ready.
That's
Let's do
nice.
it.
Because I hear he has a pretty decent voice as well.
Yeah, he does.
I
Oh
think
my
I
God,
saw him
yeah.
perform at some jazz fest thing in St. Paul.
Oh,
He
wow.
definitely has a
Hopped
good
on
voice.
stage.
He definitely has a good voice. And he definitely, he's a good teacher. I don't know if they're called conductors, teachers. I don't know. But he did really good with us and with me, being one of many, if maybe the only child in the choir.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
I assumed it would be like a
children's
yeah,
choir.
a younger
No, it
person's
wasn't.
choir.
I was singing with the grown-ups. So
Wow.
yeah, I was singing with the grown-ups. I was surprised to be placed with the sopranos because I always felt like I had like a lower voice, but I had the power. My voice is very powerful. So yeah, with the higher pitch people, I guess is where I went. And
Interesting.
it was a challenge for me sometimes. But at this point in my life, I look back on those challenges and I'm grateful and appreciative.
Yeah, and perhaps absorbing song structure without even knowing it at a young
definitely.
age.
I had no idea that what I was doing at St. James, learning what I was learning from Melvin Carter would come into play at like this point in my life. Knowing these keys and chords with my voice and knowing how to use it and push it to the higher notes.
Right.
I'm a smoker now, so my voice is definitely different, and I'm older now, so it's not gonna be, as fun and cute and faint as it was when I was a child. It's really, really big and it's really, really loud, but it's also pretty raspy sometimes. So,
Right.
Being able to know that I can do it, push myself to do it, works out great at karaoke.
Was there any other stuff early on in life that kind of like prepped you for the career that you're...
Poetry. My Aunt Billie Jean, she was like huge with poetry. I was always in her business too. Love you. So I was always in her business and she was always writing poetry. And I think by the time I got to junior high was when I knew I could rap. And me and my cousins would battle rap. Kid Ra, shout out to you, Kid Ra. And some of my other cousins that aren't in the industry and aren't pursuing anything musically and can't rap,
Oh.
they we would be at the park, Bruce Vento Park, actually over on the east side,
Nice.
even Wilder, and just kick back, rapping and stuff. Over on the west side at the apartments, rapping, chilling, battle rapping. me and my cousin Derek K-Rod, we used to battle rap each other all the time, like really, really get really intense with it.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I appreciate those days because I needed those days for today so I could be able to be quick with my lyrics and with my words. Sometimes I don't have enough time to write a song before I get in the studio. And I have to get it on the way there. So it's like really good to be able to freestyle and make a song out of it.
Totally.
So I appreciate it.
Definitely. So you're doing writing in school. Did you have to do like choir or anything in school?
I didn't have to. I chose to when I got to junior high was when I started doing choir at school. And it was cool, but it wasn't, I don't think it was for me. Again, coming out of being a soprano at church, wanting to be an alto, going into junior high, I was placed with the sopranos again.
Whoa.
So it's like a lot of pressure on my voice and on my vocal cords, but it's not impossible. So it's like you just roll with the punches, kid.
Yeah.
And do what you can. And if they give you a lead, you better sing them to the benches.
Oh, whoa. And I would assume in school more so than in church, you're breaking down what each note actually is.
Yeah, definitely in school we have to learn, oh my God, you have to learn it a lot more in school and differently because you have to learn it on paper. So
right.
that's a whole nother conversation that I don't like. And I used to play instruments and I didn't hate it.
What did you play?
I played flute, violin, piano, the recorder.
Okay, right. I'll count it.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that plays the recorder.
Yeah.
Some point in your life.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that was it.
And was this also through church or through school?
No, that was through junior high and elementary.
Okay.
So in elementary, I was a violinist. And then I got to the 6th grade and I decided to play the flute. And I was a violinist for like 3 years. I was really good too. I wanted to be like that girl in the Twister video. Do you guys remember that girl that played the violin?
Yeah.
She was so raw. I'm like, that's gonna be me one day, and then I'm gonna bust out singing.
Right.
No, I gave up with the violin. It hurts your fingers so bad.
So you couldn't pick it up after 15 years?
I don't know. My daughter
years.
plays.
Oh, okay.
So I might be able to. I help her sometimes. I don't try to. I let her do her thing.
Yeah.
I let her do her thing, but when I got to playing the flute, the wind instruments, that was fun. Like, I don't know. That's when I knew, like, yeah, girl, you need them lungs for something more special than blowing in a flute. You need to just say what's on your mind and put it out there in the world. And then when I was playing the piano at the end of junior high, I'm like, yo, I don't want to do this instrument stuff. I want to write this stuff and put it together in a song and take it to someone else for them to make the notes, and then I'll sing it.
Yeah.
Right. That's smart.
Yeah. And then high school, being in theater and stuff, they make you do poetry and spoken word, and that was fun.
Were you in any plays?
Yeah.
What plays, if you can remember? What was the first play you were in? Or first time you were on stage? Was it
the first time I was on stage was
outside
actually
of church?
Okay. I'm like, the first time I was on stage was actually outside of church, but through church. I went to do a play at Concordia University.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to do a play there. Oh man, I think I was probably like 8, maybe 9.
Whoa, okay. I was expecting junior high school.
No.
Okay.
I was really young. And I had like some very simple lines, but they were all singing. So it was so cool.
Do you remember any of the lines?
My favorite one. Y'all ready for it?
I'm ready.
Oh my Lord, 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 Lord. And I was running off the stage because I think I was a little slave. I can't remember. But it was about back in the day. So it was a good play. I don't remember the name of it. And I had a lot of fun doing this play. I had to do rehearsals. I had to go and do like dress rehearsals. It was so important to me to be a part of this big production and have to memorize these lines, even though they were very few and they were singing. But now that I'm able to belt that out at this, point in my life, back then, oh my God, I was in there over and over again. Anthony telling me, okay, come on, Evie, you got this. You got this. Pick it up. pick it up.
Yeah, louder.
Yep. Pick it up. And we don't have a mic. So it's like you need to project your voice. And that's like all the time when I'm on stage, I can hear Anthony in the background. You need to project your voice. You need to project your voice. So, you know, some people I feel like getting through high school and getting through elementary school, talent shows and stuff, girl groups and stuff. I think some people, I knew that I wouldn't say a threat, but something different and something special. Because I could tell that there wasn't other girls my age that could sing like I could sing. There weren't other girls my age that my mic went out at the talent show and everyone heard me over the mic that the other girl had. So it was like, you know, I always knew that I would be a performer. I always knew that I would be an artist. I always knew that I would do singing. And, you know, it's wild that I have so much rap out now versus singing. I wasn't even writing raps. I was battle rapping. Everybody, everywhere I went. Yeah. We downtown at the bus stop. My aunt making the beats on the bus stop. And we battle rapping whoever wants to jump in this cypher. Let's get it, you know. And, you know, going to the trap house. Shout out to everybody at the trap house. Never, ever, ever get rid of a trap house, okay? Trap houses are the best places to find yourself, okay? Those are the best places to find yourself. I end up at this trap house, kicking it with the whole hood. The whole hood. I mean, there's little boys that are out there, 8 years old, rolling dice. I'm like, why aren't you at school? Why aren't you at school? I ain't your mama. Right. Let me go in the house and see what I gotta go see. Let me go see who up in here and what we're doing today. And that was like my favorite place to battle rap. That was my favorite place to go. As soon as I get done doing what I gotta do at home, my duties with my daughter or with my mom or with my siblings, whatever, I'm taking my time to go down to the trap because I'm about to go down here and battle rap these men. And I'm about to see who's gonna step to me. Who wants it? So as I'm down here battle rapping all these guys, the guy that owns the trap, he's like, yo, you really got a lot of, you got bars. You're spitting. You don't write any of this down? I'm like, I don't even remember half this stuff. This stuff just comes to me and I'm just saying it, okay? Wow. So, you know, I don't know anything about these guys and half the stuff I say about them probably isn't true. Right. But it's hitting. It's hitting. Some of my feelings might be hurt. Right, that's the ego. It's battle rap. So, you know, we get over it. And I'm a woman, so get over it.
I guess you know? I want to ask, did you have any, like, MC names for yourself?
I've always been EB.
EB.
Okay. I've always been EB my whole entire life since I was a little kid. So when I was born, my uncle looked at me and was like, Elizabeth, this does not work out. This is not going to work out for her. We're going to call her EB. Whoa. And we're country, so that makes sense. Everybody gets, you know, Larry Brown, LB. Everybody gets like a nickname, you know. So I'm EB.
That's the history. That's great to learn. That's one of my favorite things. And then, so is EB pretty much strictly for all your rap battling career?
Everything. I was EB forever until I was in the studio one day and we were like trying to make things a little bit more serious, me and my cousin Bam. Shout out to you, Bam. We were trying to make things a little bit more serious and solidified so that, you know, I could start building my brand. There is somebody named EB. Like there's an artist that has the name EB. Like they have it. Right. It's theirs. On paper. Right.
We all know.
We all know who the real EB is.
Right. If the other artist wants to battle rap for it.
They can come to St. Paul. Rap for it, come to St. Paul. I'll be totally down for that.
That's you gotta pay for all the changes. Those kind of things, yeah.
You gotta pay for the changes if you lose. And I'll pay for your flight if I lose. But I'm not gonna lose, so.
But so it was a branding move, adding the Marie. Just kind of so you could have your catalog somewhere.
Yeah, and my name's Elizabeth Marie, so it makes sense.
That's nice. What do you, a lot of artists obviously would have names that aren't their names or like aren't close or an abbreviation or anything. How do you feel it's affected your songwriting having it be by EB, by...
I feel like, I don't know. because I've never been something else. I've never gone by anything else. So I don't know how it would affect my songwriting. I think it might be a little bit more clever or catchier if I was named something else. But I'm so stuck in being original and authentic.
Yeah.
I only want to be myself.
Right.
I don't ever want to be anybody else. And shout out to being yourself. Like, I really love being Evie. I really love Evie Marie. Like, she is really cool. She is really lit. Yeah, you know, baddies have bad days too, but I'm so content with the person that I am and the struggles that I've been through to get to where I'm at. I wouldn't ever change it, and I would never want to be anybody else. So I'm always going to be EB.
You're saying, yeah, you
That's
kind
huge.
of acknowledge that, you know, baddies have bad days too. Have you had that mindset like throughout your life? Like kind of a...
Not at all. So like, I think growing up, I had the mindset of like good things happen to good people. Like, I think I thought that I was like, Bible, if you're a good person, only good things are going to happen to you. Just be good your whole life and everything good is going to happen to you. No, don't be good your whole life because then you're going to get taken advantage of. You need to learn how to be bad. You have to be bad. Good and bad, they have to equal each other and weigh each other out. And it's not bad to be bad. It's honestly how you perceive it. It's not always going to be looked at positive when you're giving somebody a no, or when you're taking some time for yourself, or when you're just canceling plans or whatever. You know, those things are considered bad. You know, I personally, I look at it like, you know, now be good and don't let bad things that happen to you change you, but don't be stupid. And if you have to be bad in order to be smart, you better do it. You know,
Totally.
it's not worth being stupid. It's not worth it for you to be a good person or for you to be good, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So whatever your good and bad is, just remember it's not worth it to be stupid. You know,
in the name of being good.
In the name of being good.
That's huge. That's huge advice. I mean, that's like the third or fourth nugget of knowledge, I like to call it.
Yeah.
We always like to imagine there's perhaps up-and-coming artists watching, or artists who have never released a song before.
For sure.
And you've definitely touched on a few, being yourself, you know, balancing out the bad and the good.
Yeah, there's going to be ups and downs, like, and especially, you know, speaking to the artists that haven't released music or the artists that are trying to get out there and bring more awareness to themselves and to their brand. It is definitely going to be a journey, but you just can't give up. You have to remember that, you know, there will be a billion no's before you get a yes. And if you get a yes after 3 no's, you're lucky. So just remember that. And a yes isn't a $100,000 contract. A yes is a show that you've never done before.
We'll be right back with E.B. Marie here on DogStar.
Bow wow. Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar. We're sitting down with E.B. Marie.
Getting the scoop. And she's been EB since day one.
Yeah.
Cutting her teeth, singing at church, and battle rapping throughout St. Paul.
Yeah, throughout the east side of St. Paul.
Okay.
There's been some grounds I haven't touched.
Okay, yeah.
And I wanted to kind of pick up the timeline from, you know, Trap House days, being told, like, you got to do something with this.
Yeah.
On, you know, maybe other mentors or other people who motivated you to get your butt in the studio.
Well, I think after we recorded the first track, I was like, yo, I want to do this again and again and again. When can we do it again? It was like crack to me. Like, I need to get all these songs written so we can get in the studio and we can record them. Yeah, and it was like developing a method. Like, you don't want to get in the studio and be wasting money. So like, write your stuff, remember it. You don't want to be bringing your pad in there and, oh, I messed up. I mean, if you can afford to do it, do it. I could not afford to do that back then. I had to like get in, record, and get out as fast as I could.
Yeah, what was the first, when you recorded that first song, what was that experience like? Was it somebody, like a friend of yours who had a studio, or how did that?
So it was the guy that owned the trap brought me and a few of us, because there was like we were a group. There was like a team of us that were working together to build family not federally funded. Because none of us were being, like, we were all basically orphans on the block, just making it, hustling, working, trying to just build what we wanted to build our brand off of our own backs, not the community's backs, not the county's back. So that's something that we were all working on and trying to build. And so he brought us to the studio, and it was so late. And I was so tired. I was probably drunk too. And it was just really, really like, go in here, you are a rock star, do this song and go home. And then you get in there and then you're doing it. And yeah, you're a rock star, but your levels. You're a rock star when you're thinking about being a rock star.
Right.
You got to get into this whole embodiment of that image and person that you see, that you want to be. And that's who you have to be right there in the studio. Because if you go in there and you're like having fun and you're not really prepared to do this, it's going to take some takes. It's going to take a lot of takes.
And more takes is more money.
More takes is more money. And then also, if you're somebody like me, more takes is more problems. Like, I'm getting tired of this.
The
and
voice is getting tired too.
I don't want to keep doing this over and over again. I'm not feeling it anymore. Now the levels aren't going to be the same or get any better because this is getting drawn out. So, who are you going to be upset with? Nobody but yourself. But it's like, take that extra time when you're writing your songs, before you go to the studio, days before you go to the studio, start rapping this song out. Make sure you know where you're stopping, your breaths and all of that. Perform your song for yourself so that you can really go in the studio and give it everything that you got.
Did you have anybody kind of showing you the ropes early on, or was it kind of trial by fire?
I didn't. Nobody was like, hustle and flow. Thanks, Terrence Howard.
Thank you, Terrence Howard.
Hustle and flow. But they put me in. Go. You got it. You know how to rap. That's all you need to know. No, you need to know more than that.
And what was it?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I want to rewind just a little bit to talent shows, perhaps in middle school or high school. Were any of these performances rap performances, or were they singing?
I was a big singer before I started rapping. And Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Mariah Carey.
Those big three.
Were like, they were. They were the ones that I was belting out to the world. I was in this group, this advanced program, AP group called Breakthrough St. Paul. And we were over at Mounts Park Academy, which is like this private school in the school year. Free for me in the summer.
Hey.
So I'm in there and for years. And every year we do a show at the end, a showcase at the end of the summer. And I'm always the singing. I'm the singer. Wherever I'm at, whatever group it is, I'm the singer.
And always covers, or did you have a chance to perform original
always
things?
Covers.
Okay.
Always covers. I did have an original song that I recorded when I was 12, I believe.
Wow.
Possibly 11. And it was called Invincible. I told my cousin I wanted it to be called Invisible over the phone. And he, you know how telephone goes.
All right.
Didn't get it right. Brought me this cover after he came and did this photo shoot and everything. Brought me this CD with the cover on it and my demo called Invincible.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, did you not hear what I said to you on the phone? And he's like, well, now you're going to go and change the song and write about being invincible. I'm like, I don't even know what that means. He tells me the definition of invincible. And I'm like, oh, I could do this. I got this. So I go and I rewrite the song and we record the song at his house.
What?
And I have this little girl with these two buns, space buns, half up, half down, like I am today.
Hey.
And these were space buns, and I got this oversized Pink Panther shirt. And I'm like, got these capri pants, jeans folded up and tucked in each other. And I'm standing on the back wall, one leg up, looking at the sun.
Hey.
Real gangster, like invincible.
Do you still have a physical copy or
Actually,
50 of these CDs?
my cousin has the copy
Okay.
at her house. She's got all my videos and stuff of me being a little brat.
That's so nice.
All the things that'll go in the E.B. Marie documentary.
One day.
Okay.
That'll be great. Yeah, that's a cool metaphor, especially if we're getting your origin story, the invisible switch to invincible.
Hey.
Man, I went from feeling invisible to, no, you're stronger than that, girl. We're going to write about being invincible.
And then fast forward back to recording that first song.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying you're addicted to it.
It was so fun. It was so fun. And it was like an actual booth. I recorded at my cousin's house. And that was like, okay, fun.
A closet.
Yeah, no. Right next to him at the computer.
Okay.
Standing right there. Letting it out.
Wow.
Right there on the little microphone, singing my little song. And then when I got to record my first rap song, it was a studio. Like,
wow.
They got the window there. They got the boards on the other side. I'm in the door. They got the styrofoam around. I'm like, yeah, we finna do this. EB.
Exactly.
And what was the time between your first song and your second song? Was it months, weeks, days?
I feel like it was possibly weeks. Maybe not weeks. Maybe like a week or two. My cousin, Kid Ra, he came to me and he's like, I got this beat. And he sent me this beat called $1 Bills. And he's like, I want you to do something with it. And I'm like, all right. And so I'm listening to it and I'm like, all right, cool. So then I go, I'm at the trap and I'm writing this song. And I think at the time I'm living in the trap, I think. I'm renting out a room in there so I can have my space and write my songs and be there whenever I want to be there and need to be there. And I'm writing my song, $1 Bills. The owner comes in and he hears me rapping the song. And he's like, take some of these words and switch them around and put some of these words in there. So on the second chorus, we have some lyrics that we won't say.
Thank you.
But there's lyrics there that, he helped me put together. And it's like, once he taught me that wordplay, it was over for wordplay with me. I was going to wordplay as much as I could throughout a song.
Yeah.
Give me a fun diddly bop. We're going to wordplay it to the top.
And that, just to clarify, that song eventually became $1 Bills.
And that song became $1 Bills.
April of 2019.
Yep.
Which you can find on the E.B. Marie YouTube, which is E.B. Marie. The I is a 1.
Right. Yeah. You can just search E.B. Marie everywhere to listen to the music. What are we missing that's not online anymore? Is there a bunch of tracks that aren't available anymore?
I can't actually remember what's available.
Or are they all just in the vault?
Where's the IMEB project?
Yeah, so everything that is not... So I know there were some things released, like SoundCloud. SoundCloud has some stuff. And I don't know where SoundCloud might have... Before 2 years ago, I was doing a lot of this on my own. And I'm not super educated in the business at all. Marketing, promoting, where to put your music, how to release it, all of that. My cousin, he was helping me and trying to teach me. I'm not following at all. Shout out to my team over at Real Deal because they have really, really taken the reins and pushed this campaign where it needed to go.
Wow.
But being in the position of not knowing how to release the music, once I did get into a place where I wanted to solidify my name and my brand, and my cousin is like, EB is taking, you need to be EB Marie. That's when I'm like, well, I want to take all of this music down so that we can just do everything over.
Kind of fresh start.
Yeah. I don't want, my music is not just music. My music is real art. Like, those are like lyrics that I actually wrote. Those are lyrics that I actually came up with, that I felt that I wanted to put in, or that I've taken out and deconstructed and put together again, It's real art. So I don't feel comfortable just putting stuff out for nothing and for anything. Like, when you're not a brand and you haven't built an audience or a fan base and you're just releasing, it's wasting. I feel like it's wasting because nobody's listening. Nobody can even get to this because nobody even knows that it exists.
Right.
So why don't you take that back? If you need to, make it better, re-record it, and then re-release it so that it can be what you wanted it to be in the beginning and in the, original start of all of this. I never got into this intending to just release music. I got into this so that I can release music to an audience, so that they can hear me, so that they can fall in love with what I have to say and relate with what I got to say and, vibe out with me when I'm speaking what I'm speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of artists, I would argue, don't have the foresight that you've had from what it seems 12 years old.
Yeah, no, and I get it.
The big picture,
Yeah, and I was raised by somebody who was born in 1926. So I was raised by somebody who had been through a lot, a real adult.
Right.
So I just had really good guidance. Like, I've always been the bigger picture. I've always looked at things as the bigger picture. I was doing modeling and pageantry before I was like 3 years old. So being put in, I just had a lot of responsibility all the time.
Yeah.
So I always thought about winning the big picture, like I need the crown, or I need the 1,000, or I need the sash, turned into I need to get the gold, I need to get the platinum, I need to get the silver. And it's a way longer journey to get to this place versus being in the pageant world, And then that's different than being in a modeling world. But, all those things that I love, all those things that I have catered my time to and I've developed skill for, I know that singing, writing music, and rapping, those are things that, I wake up doing. When I wake up in the morning, sometimes I'm sitting on the toilet writing a song, and I'm going to the bathroom right away in the morning so I can smoke and write a song sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like, writing songs have really become a good outlet for me and a good way to keep me grounded, I think. I get to revisit my past and talk about all this fun stuff that I used to do that I don't do anymore. I get to talk about a possible future with the love of my life or my kids. And, it's like a big dream world for me when I get to my pen and pad. So I like it.
That's an amazing way to put it, for sure. And I think gives, me as a fan, and I think listeners and fans, a lot more of an inside look at some of the art, like you're saying, the art that you've made and the art that's yet to come.
For sure.
Yeah, I want to get kind of a look, because you probably got good insight on this with, because Real Deal Entertainment is like the team or the label that you're with right now.
They are my label and management at the moment.
When did you link up with them?
2 years ago, I did a show at the Caboose, and it was their showcase. So I was there and I did the show, and I brought my unicorn. I'm so sorry, Your Majesty, that I did not bring you. I'll bring you next time, promise. But anyways, I brought my unicorn out to this show, and everybody loves my unicorn. I think that's the thing that gets people to fall in love so much with Evie Marie, just from sight. I'm a big deal. You look at me and you're like, who's this crazy chick? Now she's got a unicorn. What the heck's going on over there? So going in there, doing what I had to do, getting off the stage, going home, I get a call and they're like, we think that this could work out if we work together to put you in a bigger place. You need bigger eyes. You're way too talented to just be performing all the time for nothing. Let's try to build something for you and, make it marketable and put some dollars to your name. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I appreciate that. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm down. So interesting to hear that it was only 2 years or however many years ago. Yeah. So it sounded like you had a lot of vision into the pageantry, if you want to call it that, your stage presence, and having a dancer there, having, like you said, the stuffed unicorn.
Yeah,
there.
And I did have a dancer there, a spirit dancer there. Actually, shout out to Whitney Starborn, and thank you for coming to do my show.
Wow.
The song that I was performing is called Freedom, and that song is not released only because that is Beyonce's song. I have just done the cover to it and changed the verse.
Oh, wow. From self-titled, correct?
Yeah. So, I haven't released that song, but it's a very powerful song. The message is really strong. It reflects on when we were going through really, really tough times here with the George Floyd movement and all the riots that were happening. And I just felt like instead of my usual dancer on stage, which would be a submissive, I wanted to have something that was a little bit more positive or more embraceful for that specific song. I felt like it'd be really important to just take away what I am and let the song be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's a lot of vision, a lot of foresight. We've got a few artists in Minnesota with that like foresight of like, how is this going to be on stage? Like, how in the audience, like, you can almost put yourself in the position of the audience. Like, what are they going to see?
Yeah.
Like, how is this?
I think it's important, if you're going to be an artist, take it serious. If you're going to be an artist and you want to do a show and you're going to go perform, who told you that you can't make it big like it's the VMAs? Like, who told you that you can't go to the Red Sea and not perform like you're doing it at the BET Awards? Who said that? Like, I'm so not into showing up to a show in sweatpants. Like, I'm so into taking this craft that I've honed and worked hard on and developed this product that I'm going to go and now showcase to the world and showcase to these people. Well, I want the person presenting it to look like what this art is.
Right.
And, I don't want people to just look at my music and think about the music. I want them to look at me too and be like, man, she's awesome. Like, do you see how she dressed? Do you see her shoes are so big? Do you see her head? It's so huge.
That's so cool. We got to take another break. Follow EB Marie at IamEB_Marie. Follow us, DogStar Podcast.
We'll be right back. Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with the one and only EB Marie, sharing a lot with us about the backstory, kind of what led up to the phenom we've got in front of us now.
I appreciate it.
The mastermind behind these amazing stage performances, and it's good to hear that you got the crew with you too.
In the timeline, we're kind of, now I think it might become canon.
Right.
The invisible to invincible era.
Yes.
The fresh start, if you will. The primavera.
Yeah, because we were talking about the what was it? The dollar bills era. That's trap house era.
Yep.
And then
second track you ever recorded, correct?
Yep, that was it. Dollar Bills was the second track.
Wow.
I recorded it in South St. Paul.
Okay.
My friend was giving birth to a baby.
And I'm simultaneously?
Like, yeah, I'm in the middle of recording this track. She's like, Romeo's coming. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'll be back. Drive down to the hospital. I go in there and she's like losing her mind. I'm like, I'm leaving.
Oh my gosh.
I left, went back to the studio, finished my last 2 tracks, and then, went back to the hospital.
We'll never forget that, I'm sure.
And
what a interesting timestamp.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. In this era, was it record it on Friday, drop it on Monday, or record it, stay up all night, and then drop it the next day?
No,
type of
like
thing?
I just never dropped it. I just was recording music and just keeping it. Just holding on to it. Whenever I get a chance, I'm going to drop it. And I was performing it.
Right.
So I did a performance at the Capri Theater, a contest actually. And it was a $500 contest. And I won.
Hey.
Yeah, it was exciting. I got to perform Dollar Bills, and I got to perform the very first song that I recorded, which is Can't F With Me. And unreleased, probably will never be released. Sorry, guys.
Just older style? Or it's never even...
It's just... I would call it lost. I would call it lost. I can always record it again and, change things if I have to change things. I think I have recorded it to a Cam Jones beat.
Okay.
Oh.
Shout out DJ Cam Jones.
Yes.
And I performed it at one of his showcases, but that was like a special thing for him and at his showcase on his beat. So I haven't performed it again since, and I haven't had the desire to.
So you never...
That's not Like Smoke, is it?
No, it's actually a different one.
Okay. Because I saw that was one I couldn't find on Spotify when I was hunting around. Like Smoke,
that's one that's been taken down. That is Like Smoke is one that was taken down just because I would like to give it a little bit more justice with releasing it, give it a proper cover art, and wait, we have a proper cover art for it now.
Right.
Maybe we'll release that next.
Hey, inside scoop there for you. A couple other ones I couldn't find Ticket was the other one that I
Oh
couldn't
yeah,
find anywhere.
Ticket. With little Zay, this kid, he's like 20 years old from Mississippi.
Mississippi, okay.
Comes to Minnesota. He's like trying to find E.B. Marie. And I'm like, what? This kid from Mississippi is looking for E.B. Marie?
Whoa.
Well, let's get him in the booth.
Yes.
So I call my cousin Bam and I'm like, my friend Lawanza says there's a kid up here looking for me. Like, let's get him in the booth and let's do this song. And so he sends me the song. I'm listening to it. I put some wood in the back, my campfire, my bonfire. Kid comes over. We write the rest of the song. We go to the studio the next day.
Whoa.
We record it, send it back he takes it home with him to Mississippi. He's like, come down here so we can shoot the video. I'm like, kid,
Yeah.
I got kids. I wish.
Right.
We're going to do this a little bit more professional. You shoot your scene. I'm going to shoot my scene and I'm going to send it to you.
Right, splice it in.
Yeah, I get Nightfall from Both Sides Productions. Shout out to you.
Nice.
To shoot my clip. And I send it over to him and his videographer, Tiger, puts it together. And then we got Ticket.
Wow.
That's so cool.
And that was released July 1st of 2022.
Yeah.
That's right.
I believe you can find that on
That is
Spotify,
on
where
Spotify.
you can stream your music.
Mhm.
Right.
And the video's on YouTube.
And the videos on YouTube.
He's a good-looking kid, too. So, ladies.
And it's more of that, kind of sexy R&B vibe. At least his singiness is, it's dope.
Yeah.
It's a dope track.
He talks about chasing a ticket, Lil Laney.
There you
You want
go.
somebody who's chasing tickets? Lil Zay got you.
Yeah, that's Zay Toby. You can look up that song Ticket featuring E.B. Marie. He had another feature on Spotify since this was 2020. King Mo.
Yeah,
He
twerk.
had the twerk
remix.
remix. That was great. I saw that live.
That was my first feature. Like, that was my very first that we released.
Really?
Yes, my very first feature. I did a song with my cousin before, and we didn't put it anywhere because he can't stay out of jail. But anyways, that's another conversation.
Right.
Me and King Mo, he hits me up. He sends me the song. My cousin, Bam, sends me the song. And I'm like, what is this? And he's like, King Mo wants you to get on it. And I'm like, all right,
excuse
cool.
me?
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll do it. This is my first feature. I want to be able to let people know, this is how I'm coming. If you ask me to get on your song. So I send it back to him. He sends back to me, you trying to kill me on my own song?
Right, exactly.
I'm like, no. He's like, I'm just playing. It's really
Right,
nice. It's good. I
right.
like it. You gonna kill him with it, EB? I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks. I appreciate it. This got to get a video one of these days, and got to get a video, King Mo.
Yes.
That would be slick.
Yeah, props to him for taking action once he got his socks blown off. I'm sure seeing you live.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
for sure. He's always been a supporter, a big supporter. The first time we met, he actually gave me some links for me to do shows in Vegas because I was going back and forth to Vegas a few times throughout the year, just a vacation. And I always try to do things purposefully.
Yeah.
Go to Vegas.
Business and pleasure.
Yeah, work a little
exactly.
bit and, have a little fun.
That's great.
And that was the twerk remix with King Mo. That was July of 2020. We're just gonna kind of keep moving along here.
November 2022 intro
Yes.
drops.
Yes.
That's when we're got the eyes on the prize. We're gonna
Yeah.
start reeling them in.
Yeah, that was my initial introduction to E.B. Marie.
That's great.
Then
yeah.
we had Lil B Word featuring Two Times single in March of 2023.
Yes, and that's not my proudest work. I like it. He actually put me in the booth, and this was a challenge, a new thing for me. We were gonna go word for word, bar for bar.
Okay, old school, yeah.
Yeah, and I had never done that with anybody before. So we're in the studio, like actively writing this song. He's going in whatever I have written for this song, gone out because now we got a new plan here, and I need to make sure it makes sense. So I wish I could have changed some things, but it's a good song.
Then you're featured in April of 2023 on the Kingdom Hearts EP with Lil Sensei, Face My Fears.
Yes.
Again, a departure from your normal sound.
Yeah, I got to sing a little bit for Sensei on that track. Yeah, I liked when he asked me to do that. I felt like it was powerful.
And then we saw the release of Star in, March of 2023. And the music video for that's Cold Climate Productions, correct?
Yes.
When did you link up with Cold Climate Productions?
Around the
Just
same
briefly,
time.
sorry, we're running out of time.
No, that's fine. Around the same time with Real Deal. So Real Deal and Cold Climate, I think they work together.
Okay,
Nice.
that's awesome. In June of 2023, VFG, Very Freaky Girl, dropped, also with the music video, Cold Climate Productions.
Yes.
In September of this year, we saw Click Clack drop. Again, all these are singles.
Right. And you find them all on Spotify. And then the most recent song, Can't Lose Me Again, just dropped on
Earlier this month.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think a week ago.
And check the music video for Can't Lose Me Again, for Intro, for VFG, Very Freaky Girl, for Star,
Click Clack.
Click Clack, and for the one with Ticket, the Ticket music video as well.
With Lil Zay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that Star music video is going crazy.
It
by
is.
the way.
Yeah, that is one of the tracks that your reps sent over to us, is Star, again, the single from March of 2023.
Yes.
What can you tell us briefly about the production of that, or what you were going through in your life to put it onto paper?
Star was like my intro with Real Deal. So
Okay.
they gave me kind of a challenge. I think like all these songs come from a challenge. But anyways, they're like, we need a really good song from you. Can you do that for us in this time frame? And I'm like, absolutely. Let me go do it. And I get this beat from Fist Bass, and it's got this B2K sample on it. And I'm like, oh, this is really cha-cha. Like, this is really good. Like, I like this. Let's do this. So I go in, I do it. They get the song back. They love it. I'm like, let's shoot the video. We go Forest Lake far. Cars, big, nice cars. And we're shooting this big production.
Wow.
That's so fun.
It was fun. It was cool.
What day of the week would you recommend somebody listen to the Star song?
Every day. Every day when you wake up, put on Star.
Wake up song.
Mm-hmm.
And the second track your representative sent over, again, the brand new track from earlier, November of 2023,
Brand
this
new
month.
music video.
Brand new music video, Can't Lose Me Again.
Yes.
Again, a little bit departure from the old style.
It is. It's a switch up. And it's, just to make sure I'm targeting all of my people that I would relate to or that would relate to me. And it's definitely a song that, is a little bit more familiar, if that makes sense, about family and being on your own and struggling and trying to make it out and just, trying to stay focused and making sure that no matter what you're going through, you're not taking it out on yourself and putting yourself through it too. And I know that sounds like, how could you be going through something and not putting yourself through something? You're not your struggle. You're not your tragedy. The stuff that you go through, the bad things that happen in your life, those situations don't make you. And you just have to really remember that so that you don't take it out on yourself, abusing drugs, abusing alcohol, abusing relationships and people and, just becoming not yourself. Don't lose yourself because you've been going through something that's been crappy.
Well, we appreciate you continuing to be yourself and sitting down with us today for a little bit.
Enjoy these two tracks.
Bow wow.
EB.
Let me turn it up a notch. As hotties is burning up the spot. Talk crazy, I leave your body botched. Stop claiming that stuff, you soft. What you doing? I know he love the way I move it. He left and now he think he losing. Guess he be is a bad influence. What you saying? I'm a star. Pop off and my people go hard. We ride with the switches and cars. Your people know just who we are. Where we at, where we stay. In the coldest of the states. Minnesota or the Bay. East Atlanta or LA. Any hour of the day, I'm finna get it. Como puedo, how I'm living. After hater, how I'm feeling. Just to have that little homie all up in his feelings. I'm out of control, more like an animal. Need more money for more stamina. E.P. Maurice, she ain't amateur. It ain't nobody out here that can handle her. I'm a star. Pop off and my people go hard. We ride with the switches and cars. Your people know just who we are. I'm a star. Pop off and my people go hard. We ride with the switches and cars. Your people know just who we are. He coming good time in. I need me somebody I know I could vibe with, and he know how I'm riding. Pull over, no pennies, just go on and slide in, and always on go. In case I need money, yeah, he gotta slide with it. He know what I want. If it ain't added up, the EB ain't gon' slide in. If he playing, leave him where he staying. Ain't got no time to play with. Think about the times I paid in. Gotta get my return, and all of you people gon' burn. I don't give a care what you heard. I am a queen. I cannot listen to peasants. EB do not know what you mean. I am a boss. I am a general. I am your majesty up on a pedestal. I am the one that can never be scared of you. EB will always be one step ahead of you. Oh my God, like my leather and my unicorn. Something special like my firearms. Keep it on me like a uniform. I'm a star. Pop off and my people go hard. We ride with the switches and cars. Your people know just who we are. I'm a star. Pop off and my people go hard. We ride with the switches and cars. Your people know just who we are. It ain't no discussing it. Whenever I show up, you know that I come equipped. Better hope they recover it. Cause if I'm undercover, it's gonna be a COVID hit. And it ain't no recovering from that hole in your body that come from you blundering. And your homie keep wondering, when is EB Marie gonna put him up on the list? Never. If you broke, get your bread up. Lock will stay about my cheddar. EB need a heavy hitter that's gon' give me the cheese. I break them down to their knees. Make the little homie say please. I need the keys, not to the frickin' Bugatti, but to the Columbia Seas. I take a trip, I'm coming back with them bricks. Might do it all off a trick. He think he slick, he think he getting it gushy, but I'm running off with the lick. That man a Vic, that man gon' do what I want, cause I ain't into taking hits. And he a simp, I don't pick up when he callin' in case he think EB is shit.
Got this.
They think it's simple, just take a step into my mental and see the reason for the banging always in my temple. Sucks to see the ones that's hurting you would be your kinfolk, and deserting you, betraying you is what they into. A lot of things I feel sometimes nobody can relate. I can't complain when I beg God for a bigger plate, a bigger blessing, but it's seeming like I gotta wait. And in the meantime, here's some lesson and a little hate. My team keep telling me that I'm the latest. My auntie always reminding me that I am the greatest. And in my head sometimes I barely make it, but smoke forget it, you know we be, I'ma go and fake it. Deep down inside I know that it's my kids. I got a man at home that's helping, they ain't even his. But them people up in my corner is my biggest fans. Although it sucks being a baller living with no friends. It's getting tough, but I can't lose me again. Cause if I do this time, it might just be the end. No friends or family, a hand or a favor. Gotta keep it together, say a little prayer. It's getting tough, but I can't lose me again. Cause if I do this time, it might just be the end. No friends or family, a hand or a favor. Gotta keep it together, say a little prayer. Be them things sometimes you gotta grow and go through. Lights off, eviction, homelessness, no one to go to. And if you ever live like this and now you gotta handle, just know as easy as it come, it can be taken from you. Keep your head up and your chin up cause you are a boss. And don't let people call you pressure to avoid the cost. Hate my W's but don't know all them battles lost. I fought addiction, end up quitting, gave up on the soft. I'm just a witness if I become a victim. Don't think I'm ready to go live in that life sentence. Remember times when I wish that my life was ending. I'm thanking God he showed me EBO, you tripping. No, I could be better, ain't always living right. Lost the most important thing to me to a cancer fight. I'ma keep pushing my pen for Big Mama and Mrs. Right. And I pray my soul to keep if I don't make it through the night. It's getting tough, but I can't lose me again. Cause if I do this time, it might just be the end. No friends or family, a hand or a favor. Gotta keep it together, say a little prayer. It's getting tough, but I can't lose me again. Cause if I do this time, it might just be the end. No friends or family, a hand or a favor. Gotta keep it together, say a little prayer.